So today we're going to be taking a look at the Nintendo Switch, a console that you can take on the go.
Isn't that kind of like the Vita?
The hell's a Vita?
So, wow, it's been a week for Nintendo. At the beginning of this week, we thought the Nintendo NX was the Nintendo NX, and now we know it as the Nintendo Switch. You see, it switched from the NX to Switch, and that's crazy. It looks cool.
And we're going to be talking about whether you should make
The Switch
to
the Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch.
The Nintendo Switch.
The Nintendo Switch.
The Nintendo Switch.
So welcome back to Pixel Talk, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. As you can tell by how we've been talking about the Nintendo Switch, that's going to be the topic of this video, is the Switch.
Yep.
I'm going to be saying Switch a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be a Switching episode. So, yeah, we have a lot of thoughts after watching that trailer.
Yeah, after a lot of speculation on what the NX could be, it's finally revealed to be what people thought it was.
Like a sort of console that's like a hybrid between like handheld and TV.
Oh, that's easy. That's very, very easy. The hybrid is you.
And one thing I want to say, like, I can tell for sure why they're doing this. Nintendo is not only doing this for the Western market, but also I think this is kind of going to save console gaming in the Japanese market as well, because they don't like console games anymore. They're all about, the handheld stuff. And the fact that they can take this on the go, I'm pretty sure is huge for any Japanese consumer.
The handheld market, although still strong, isn't really what it used to be with the rise of mobile gaming.
Mm-hmm. So this is going to be like, it's powered by NVIDIA. It's going to be a graphically powerful handheld gaming device. And wow, that's crazy.
Pretty amazing. Because, you look in the trailer, I never thought that it would be possible to play Skyrim on the go.
Yeah. I mean, the frame rate's a little iffy, so hopefully we get some more information on that in future coming months.
Because there's been a little bit of a talk of whether, like, is it going to be less powerful when I take it off the charger thing?
I don't think it is going to be, because all the guts of the console are in that screen that you're holding.
Yeah, everything's in the tablet.
Yeah, it's not in the stand at all. So
gotta take your little water
break.
Take
my water break here. Yeah. Yeah. So it's not in the stand at all. It's all in the guts. Kind of like. You know what it reminds me of in a really weird way?
What?
Except with the screen. You know the IQ?
The IQ?
Yeah, no, the IQ is what Narcissa did the world record for Ocarina of Time for.
Oh, that Chinese
the
console
Chinese
with all the
N64,
Nintendo 64
except the N64 was like part of the controller. That's kind of like what it reminds me of. It's like it's all in
wow.
It's all in there except it's a screen. So, I don't know. I hopefully it does well. I'm worried about a couple things, like the battery life. I'm kind of concerned about.
Because the Wii U right here.
The Wii U gamepad right here. Oh, Tomberry of Hope, don't be dropping that Wii U gamepad. Yeah. Yeah,
the thing lasts about 3 hours if you're lucky.
Yeah. And then, like, pretty much whenever I play the Wii U, I just keep that plugged in. Like, eternally, when I'm playing with the gamepad, I'll just keep the gamepad plugged in.
So the battery life is something they have to get right, because this is something you're going to be taking on the go
a lot. On an airplane, on a road trip, something, it could be anywhere. And also, another thing I'm kind of wondering about is, if you take the stand with you, is it easy to set up to, like, another TV? Like, do you have to, like, go through the trouble of, like, actually plugging it into an outlet and, like, bringing your own HDMI cable? Or is it going to be something like, do you think maybe the Switch will have, like, an HDMI already attached to it or something?
I'm thinking that's what it is, because the guy put the thing on his TV and it just showed up automatically. I don't know how.
Is it wireless? Or
I don't think it's wireless, but
I think maybe the stand itself connects to the HDMI.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, all right. So that wouldn't be so bad. And
but the incredible thing is, like, it seems like they're not being, like, held down by gimmicks. So they're done with the two-screen thing. They're done with motion controls, and that really kind of bogged down a lot of third-party support, because when you're making a game, you're like, oh shit, now. With Nintendo, now we have to add in some, like, stupid little, like, dual screen thing, or add in some motion controls.
Right.
But no, though. Like, it's a gimmick in a good way, because you can play this thing however you want.
I wouldn't even call it a gimmick. I'd call it a convenience. It's like, all right, I can take this with me. It's kind of like the convenience of, like, a Microsoft Surface Pro. It's like the power of, like, it's an NVIDIA powered computer that is as strong as my desktop, the Surface Pro 4, and yet you can take it anywhere. So it's kind of like they're kind of going with that same mindset. It's like, all right, portability is key as long as you don't lose what makes our consoles great.
Yeah, exactly. The innovation isn't in how you play the games. It's like you can play it in any position you want. You can play with the two sticks. You can play it on the tablet. You can play it on the TV. You can play it in bed. You can play it anywhere.
This is the best Nintendo innovation that Nintendo has done in a
all,
really
all
long
the
time.
developers have to do is make the games, and it just transitions so easily within this new
They don't have to
play style.
They don't have to worry about making a game for touchscreen or anything. They're just making a game. Like, it can even be a PC game that they could just port onto the Switch, and it would work just fine. So
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And for the first time, you there's no disconnect between handhelds and consoles, because now you can play console games portable, and you can play once portable games on the console.
Yeah.
So imagine being able to play Pokemon on your console. Imagine being able to play like an MMO on the go.
Yeah, totally.
Because I know we're bringing up Final Fantasy again, Flimsy, ding, but remember how they were talking about how Final Fantasy XIV was in talks with being on the NX?
Right.
Imagine being able to play Final Fantasy XIV on the go.
That would
you can
be
play
so
portable.
Cool. Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd love that. If they can figure out like the internet connection, maybe you have to be connected to a Wi-Fi spot, or it can work with your data phone, like the Vita could work with your data.
Yeah, the Vita. I remember that. Remember at E3 how they announced there's going to be with data, but only with AT&T. That is the only time I've heard an audience boo.
Yeah.
At E3.
And we'll be partnering with AT&T as the exclusive carrier for PlayStation Vita in the United States.
That's crazy. But yeah, hopefully this will work with all forms of data. It'd be really nice. If it does even work with data at all. It might not work with data, because that made the Vita way more expensive than it needed to be.
Yeah, but it was also a separate package. You could get the Wi-Fi version or the data version.
That's true. But, that's neither here nor there.
Some things I wanted to talk about within the trailer. The trailer of the show, because there's so much information in that trailer that you could kind of take out of it. First off, the gamers in the video, unlike the Wii, there were no kids,
no families,
there were no grandmas, there were no any of that. It was adults. And
you have an esports team.
Yeah. So Nintendo's been kind of trying to get in on the esports thing.
They want to return to that hardcore sort of gamer vibe that Sony and Microsoft have had for the past decade or so. They want the Call of Duty audience, as one might know. They don't want the Call of Duty audience. I'm just
And one thing they have to get right with getting this audience is an actual viable online presence.
They can't be doing this friend code stuff anymore. They have to have an actual profile. It has to work like Sony and Microsoft have been doing, which is they've been doing it right. Valve with Steam has been doing it right. It needs to be an actual add to friend system where you can see, you can have the equivalent to an Xbox Live Party. Something like that needs to be added. So
Miiverse is good. Keep that, but
I don't mind having a Mii. Miis are cool. Everyone loves Miis now. But make it convenient for the player. Don't have to. You don't make it so you have to exchange friend codes just to play with the player.
And also, if you want to have the esports audience, you have got to have voice chat.
Yeah, you do.
Nintendo, I know you're worried about harassment. I know you're worried about kids, getting trolled.
So I appreciate you not putting kids in the trailer.
But if you want to have the professional gamers in on your system, you have to have voice chat.
Yeah, you do. Totally. So another thing I want to talk about really quick.
All right, go on.
Yeah, sort of veering back to the topic that it's portable. Is this going to sort of phase out the 3DS? If this is a new portable system that people can...
It's definitely a risk, because throughout the Wii U's life cycle, it's the Wii U's not doing great, but 3DS, it's
3DS,
doing
good stuff. It's doing great.
So they're kind of I don't know if they're going to keep the 3DS on the market, because it's really well priced.
They might just lower it down. Maybe they'll make the 3DS the more family-friendly thing for kids, and make the Switch the more geared towards teens and adults.
Only time can tell.
Only time can tell. I don't know how they're going to handle it. I'm really hoping they handle it well. They're definitely still pushing the 3DS. They just came out with a new 3DS design last month. So, there's new 3DS games coming out. They just introduced the new 3DS just not too long ago. So we'll see how it works. I'm excited. What else did I want to cover? There's one other big thing.
Let's talk about the games that they showed in there. They didn't. They showed Breath of the Wild, but there's also some things we can kind of infer. We saw a Mario game. That we've never seen before.
It looks like another Mario, another main Super Mario game.
It looks like some weird combination of Galaxy and Super Mario 3D World.
It does a little bit.
And one thing I can infer from the trailer, is the girl was playing it. Then her friends are calling her over like weirdos from the balcony. It's hey!
It's hey!
The kind of thing in RPG guys are hey!
Yeah.
Anyways, getting back on topic. She brought the game with her, and
then they played
multiplayer.
They like snapped the controller in half, and then they're just like, yeah, here you go, thanks.
Anyways, what that can kind of infer, she didn't change out the game, so we can infer that this new Mario game, if it's not a tech demo, could possibly include some kind of multiplayer, which has been staple in Mario games for a little while now.
Yeah, I really like that. That'd be really cool. They also showed, of course, Breath of the Wild. They showed Skyrim. And did they show anything else big?
All right, very. I want to talk about Splatoon, but
Yeah,
Skyrim on Nintendo is a big deal
Because Bethesda's not.
because Bethesda has snubbed off Nintendo for a while now. In fact,
Yeah.
when the Wii U first launched, they said Nintendo missed their chance to win us over with the Wii U. And looking at that whole developers that are on board, there are a lot more.
Oh, way more. There's like
Than the
there's
ones who are on board
there's
with
this
the Wii U.
comparison image going around there. I retweeted it on my Twitter where it's like, all right, the Wii U developers, the partners are like just a tiny little peppering of companies, and then the Switch is like a ton of companies just joining
Getting
up.
companies like Bethesda, Square Enix, all of them, that's a really big deal.
Yeah,
and
it is.
If they can get that third-party support back and have the cost of the system be really good, that'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
That would be very good. Also, they got NVIDIA. It's being powered by NVIDIA. I think this is the first console that has its graphical capabilities being powered by NVIDIA. If I'm not wrong, I could be mistaken.
So we can at least infer the system. People are saying, there's nothing on it yet, but people are saying it'll be at least as powerful as the PS4.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so good, though. That'd be so good.
But anyways, going back to the developers thing, the developers are on board, like that list.
Yeah.
Like, so that pretty much just means, in layman's, they bought a dev kit. That's pretty much all it means.
Yep.
So it doesn't guarantee that good games will come to it,
Yeah.
but it's still a good sign.
It guarantees that they could make a game for it, and it
But
could
they bought
work
a
out
dev
really
kit.
well. Yeah, they bought a dev kit. So, anyway.
So I also wanted to talk about
Yeah?
the Splatoon. They showed Splatoon.
Oh, yeah.
And if you look closely, you see hairstyles in the game that you didn't see in the original Splatoon. People have been wanting those hairstyles
This
for a
could
while.
either mean it's a new Splatoon game, or there's a patch coming to Splatoon for the Switch. Or I was thinking it could be maybe one of the reasons why they cut events for the Wii U version of Splatoon is because they want to make a Switch version that is basically the same game, just with a lot more.
What it looks like is
features.
going to be an enhanced port. So maybe we can expect that there's going to be a bunch of Wii U games that are going to be enhanced ports for the Switch.
You know what game I want to see on the Switch?
What?
Overwatch.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Overwatch, please.
Good.
Please, Blizzard.
If you want to get the esports crowd, try to get Overwatch.
Blizzard, please.
In fact, the Hearthstone Twitter tweeted something about and that's a little while ago.
Yeah, it did. It had like that picture of that Mario looking behind the curtain, like oh.
But it said it's the one dude.
Yeah, I don't know, one of the Hearthstone people. I don't play Hearthstone yet. I've been meaning to try it out, but yeah. Anyway, it's just so much stuff to go over. This is definitely we're gonna have to follow back on this more in the future, but
lots to talk about. We're really excited for the new system coming out in March. We're gonna get it day one.
Yeah.
We're gonna unbox it for you guys.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
With a little controller that looks like a dog.
Anyway, if there's anything that we missed that you want us to talk about in the future, post it in the comments. Totally, we got so much stuff to talk about about the Switch. I'm so excited.
Yeah, are you excited? Tell us your impressions. We'll reply back. We'll have a conversation with you. Keep the conversation going.
Yeah, totally.
We love when you comment and share this video and subscribe.
And follow our Twitters. Our Twitters are big. Our Twitches and our main Twitch.
Do that.
So totally. I know I'm all about them social medias.
All the social
All
medias.
about the Google. All right, bye everybody.
All right, see you guys in the next Pixel Talk.
Yeah.